isn't what I want it to be, but I don't care. We can just deal with it. I'm in a new location today. It seems like I'm constantly switching where I'm at. But, I'm in the same house as I normally film in, like, aside from when I film in Abby's house. But, yep. So, today's gonna be a bit of a rant. Not that I'm in a bad mood necessarily, me and a friend were having an argument the other day about something, and I need to prove him wrong. And sorry, my hair is really bugging me right now, because I can see it in the camera. Alright, well, today's gonna be a rant about Ramirez from Skies of Arcadia, or Eternal Arcadia, if you prefer the Japanese version. And, it's about sympathizing with Ramirez. And I'm gonna get comfy because this one's gonna take a long, long time, and feelings are going to get hurt, probably. But I don't really care, so take it or leave it. Well, I sympathize with Ramirez. Everybody says he's freaking crazy and freaking nuts, and it's awesome what happens to him at the end of the game. Spoiler alert, he dies. Yep, he dies. And gets thrown off the side of a ship. It is a pirate game, so the throwing off the side of the ship thing is normal, but at the same time, I feel kind of bad for him, because, well, he dies and gets thrown off the side of a ship. So, everybody says that he's just this hard ass that nobody likes and nobody has a reason to like, when that's not true. Okay, he was brainwashed as a child into thinking that everybody on the planet was a bad person, and that everybody in the like, satellite space shuttle thing that he's been living in his entire life were good people, and that they could cleanse the world anytime that the people on the planet weren't doing things that they thought were, that the people upstairs thought were appropriate. So, he grew up his whole life thinking that it was okay to just wipe out the entire planet whenever he felt they weren't being perfect enough for him. And then he was sent down to Earth to interact with these people, basically, while collecting the tools it took to wipe out the planet once again. And he met a lot of kind people along the way, and was deceived by several of them, and learned that they weren't as kind as he thought they were, and that maybe the world is full of just horrible, horrible people that shouldn't even be called people. But then he meets the main admiral of the Valen Armada, which is the like the main antagonist of the whole story. And okay, I don't know if I know how to pronounce his name correctly, because I've heard it pronounced 2 different ways before. I've always heard it pronounced as Galcian, so it's Galcian or Galcian, that's how I'll pronounce it. If you don't think that's right, well then GTFO. Sorry. Or just tolerate it, I guess. Well, okay, so he meets Ramirez, and Ramirez gains this semi-homoerotic attachment to him that he basically becomes obsessed with his admiral and will do anything for him, to the point that will literally give up his life for him. And I feel like he should have been taught to have more of a sense of free will. And he starts to believe that Emperor Galcian is like the only important thing in the world, and that his way is law, basically, and that since he wants to take over the world, Ramirez will help him since he's the boss. And he was brainwashed once again. This kid is easily brainwashable, so nobody should think he's just some kind of a hard ass, because he's clearly very soft-willed and easily manipulatable. That was right. Yes, I actually got that one. I pronounced that one right for once. I'm proud of myself. Anyway, yep, that's basically my argument for that. I know that didn't take very long, but I feel like people should step back and think about that whenever they say, oh, Ramirez is just a jerk, because that's really not true if you think about it. He's just a kid who's trying to find his way in the world and figure out who he can trust, and it ends up leading to his downfall. And that sucks. But, okay, when it comes to sympathizing with Lord Galcian, no, I don't sympathize with him. He's manipulating and stupid and should be kicked in his nads, if he even has them. Yep. And, yeah, that's my opinion on Lord Galcian and Ramirez from Skies of Arcadia. I sympathize with one, not so much with the other. And that's basically the end of my rant. And my life advice for today would be that if you haven't played this game, it's very hard to come by, but I highly recommend getting a copy of it. I've never played the original that was released for Dreamcast. I got the GameCube version, which was updated a little bit and the name was changed. But I've always wanted to play the original, but, you know, getting a Dreamcast these days is really hard, and it costs a lot of money if you find one. So, that's probably not going to happen for me, but if you get the chance, highly recommend it. And, also, I guess the other half of this is don't judge a book by its cover, even if it seems like a total douchebag. Even if someone seems like a total douchebag, then just give them a minute, because who knows, they could really be a easily misled person who is just acting upon the will of someone else, so you never know. And, yep, that's it, I guess. So, bye world.